Sup. Hey, Quint, good to see you, brother. Troy Sutton, a pleasure. Not sure if Miss Rebecca's still here or not, but thank you for coming in. We are currently just having our very first live stream of the week. A lot of y'all know that I am working on watch hours here. Well, maybe you don't, but I am working on watch hours. Trying to get, I don't know why. It's just something I focus on. Give me something to do. I will go through, I will put a link in the chat. So if somebody wants to come up, they're welcome to, and we'll go from there. Tell you one thing I will do, that don't need to be up there. All right. I don't know why that, oh, I know I signed out, but hey, Chief, the BC Gaming Dispatcher, always a pleasure. What was I doing? Oh, let me go through and let me take off that heart. I'm sure that heart is still on there. Joanne Glass, always a pleasure to see you, ma'am. You are awesome. Much love, shout out. MLSO, I think they put it. It is a pleasure to see. Oh, Kim Burris, how you doing? Always a pleasure to see you as well. Let's see, Combe Street. You can come up. I'm fine with that. I'm not co-streaming at the moment, and I'm sure that will change at some point. Right now, it's not doing it. We'll get back to where we are doing that, but at the moment, hang on, I got to figure out what I'm doing. I get to talking and lose track of my thoughts. Let's see here. Let me take off that little heart, and bam, there you go. Heart is gone. But yeah, I've gone back and forth with Devil Dog on the pros and cons of co-streaming. I think there are times when it's appropriate, and I think there's times when it's a good idea to do it. For the most part, though, I can see Devil Dog's point where it a lot of times it doesn't do much good. Todd S11, good to see you. Thanks again for coming in. Help Mikey. I'm not going to say their names, but really appreciate everyone that sent Mikey money for his racing this year. Excellent. Good to see you again, Todd. You're welcome to come up if you like. I did pin the don't get my hearts. Well, I tell you what, for 5 minutes, I'll turn them on. That way you can hit your hearts, if you want. It's hard for me to see the chat, though, when it does that. So, there, we got some hearts on there. I'll leave it on that channel so that I can actually see whether or not, let me go to my channel. Let me switch over. There's the right channel. Y'all know I got to figure out things on here, and I'm not very good at it, but I'm working on it. Let's see. Okay, hey Todd, how's it going? I brought you up.
How are you doing, boss? Like I said, I don't want to say anybody's names because I don't believe in doxing people, but I do appreciate everybody that has sent Mikey money, from our chat last time. So thank you very much for that.
That's not a problem. Let's see. Hey, you still got access to that, darling. I tell you what, Joanne Glass is good people. I'm thankful. You can still give the hearts if you want. She got hearts out there. Maybe I just misunderstood. The Black Widow channel. Good to see you.
All right,
good to see you. And we got a lot of great people come in here.
Yeah, I was overwhelmed by everybody that sent Mikey money just to help with his racing.
Well, I understand.
He started crying that night.
Really? That's touching.
He was blown away.
Well, I understand it.
He bought his racing gloves with it.
Well, it can be very humbling. Fact is, here. Hey, at the moment I'm doing okay. some of y'all may not know because you may not be tied into my main channel, Beltload 29. But Mama broke her leg, fell and broke her leg. I guess that was Friday night, and so I spent a lot of Saturday up there, and we've been up there today. She's doing all right. They did surgery, had a see that's in the way. Yeah, that heart does get in the way on chat a lot of times, Joanne. So hearts do get in the way, I guess, sometimes anyhow. So oh,
my prayers go out to her.
Mama is awesome. There's Mama. She must be on her iPad right now because I know she's in the hospital right now. No, it was her hip. The Mama fell and broke her hip. Now she's in the hospital. I think she's going to be there till Monday. Right now, my sister's over there with her. Tell Joyful I said hello, Mom. Love you, Joy.
I'll pray for her, Gary.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And that's your mom?
That is my mama. She's in the chat as Mama Ann.
Well,
and that is my mother.
I lost my mom in 2003.
Well, I'm extremely blessed. I have both my parents with me. Both of them are in their 80s, and I am.
That's your mom, Mama Ann?
Do I know?
Is that your mom, Mama Ann?
Yeah, that is my mother. It sure is.
Well, Miss Ann, if you don't mind, Gary, do you care if I pray for her?
I don't mind at all.
Jesus, I ask that you hold on to Miss Ann's hand and hold Gary's hand and the family's hand and healing her. Hope that she heals soon, gets out of the hospital fast because nobody likes to be there. Jesus, I ask that you watch over all of us and keep us all in your, grip. And I do pray that, Mikey wins his third championship this year, and pray that everybody, just looks out for each other because nobody's going to do it for us. We have to do it for ourselves. So in Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. I'm all for, I do pray. I typically don't do it on live streams, but I don't object to it either. My mama is awesome. You're right, Joanne. And thank you, Kim. And thank you, Black Widow. Mom is good people, and I've been blessed enough to have her on the live stream a few times, and I look forward to getting her back on here. Thanks for your Tammy's visit hospital today. Well, Mom, I'm planning on being there tomorrow as well. I've got to work.
Mom has a lot of adopted kids in here.
Well, there's a lot of, hey, if you ever meet Mama, she's good people. My mama,
if she's your mom, she's got to be.
Well, she's my role model. And
my fact is, my role model.
Well, on here, I typically try to keep things, G-rated, but that's on account of I love my mama and I want her to be proud of me. And I do not want to do anything that would, diminish me in her eyes. So that's important to me. I ain't perfect.
I can let your mother know. I have to let your mom know that you were amazing in helping raise Mikey some money. And so she did a great job raising you, Gary.
Well, thank you. I try to do for others. I don't.
Enough.
Well,
I'll never be able to thank you enough.
Just that's not necessary. In fact, honestly, I don't feel worthy of of anybody's praise. I get it from time to time, and I'm thankful for it. But
But it's hard. It's hard to find good people out there nowadays. And
well,
I have to admit, you're one of them.
Todd, I got to tell you, brother, I understand what you're saying, but I got to disagree with you. Every person that comes in this chat is awesome people. You don't say.
Please don't think I'm putting anybody in here down because I'm not.
Right. Well, I know. I understand.
From the communities I've been a part of lately.
Right. Right.
I
get it from that perspective
until they stab you in the back.
Hey, Najima. Well, the people that come here are awesome people. They have, they're people that have very positive outlook most of the time on life. They're very supportive people. They,
Oh,
sometimes people
absolutely.
just
I'm
need,
witness to that. Your community was amazing last week. Amazing. I was blown away, and to see my son come to tears from that, it was so heartwarming.
that. I'm glad to hear that. Um, we do have a lot of awesome people in the chat. We've got awesome people to come up on panel. I am continually,
absolutely.
I'm a blessed person.
I
I
had so
always
much
have,
fun last time.
hey, we grew up poor, but we grew up with a roof over our head and we had food in our belly. I'm not rich to this day, but not in money, but I am rich. I'm richer than most everybody I know. So,
As,
Southern
as
Hunter, good
long
to
as
see
we
you.
have the people in our lives, kids that love us and moms that love us and friends that truly care about us, we'll never be poor.
That's right. And I
So
believe,
rich doesn't mean money. Rich means wealth in other ways. That's the way I look at it. Because I'm not the richest person in the world. I can barely afford myself. So as long as I have my kids, my grandkid, my friends that truly care about me, I'll never be poor.
Mom says, thank you for all your kindness and prayers for me. This was a
You're
tough
welcome, Mama
deal for a
Ann.
while. We still
We
got
love
stuff
you.
to get to.
We love you, Mama
But
Ann, and we want you to get home safely.
I think everything, God has blessed my family in many ways. Um, and I don't talk about religion and I don't talk about politics because I think that those things have been used to divide. It's not to say
Yep,
that I'm,
I
um,
agree with you.
uh, that's not to say that I'm not a Christian or not a spiritual person. It just means that I choose, I choose uh, to
You
talk
choose your
about
own
things.
way.
Do
Yeah,
what
you
now?
choose your own way. You're your own
Yeah.
person. Nobody can tell you what to do.
And
And I just wanted to come on and be able to say thank you for allowing me to drop that last week and for helping Mikey out. Like I said, you'll always be in my prayers.
well, I appreciate that. But I'm telling you, you get to know some of these people in here, and you'll be blessed too. Back
I've
then,
met a lot of these nice people last week, and like I said, I was so blown away on, you know, the heartwarming talk that they gave me. Because, like I said, I've been dealing with a lot of depression, and and I think Jeff explained it to you before I came on. And just to see the sincerity in the people, willing to reach out to me, it was amazing.
well, wait, Mama's got to. She broke her hip. She's gonna have to decide whether or not she's gonna stay here in this area, or whether she's gonna go down to the Lucedale area. There is a place that she can rehab down there with swing beds or something like that. I don't know. I don't understand it all. But I have, hey, with my family, I've had a blessed life. We've only lost one family member, and that was my baby brother. My sister's still around. My two brothers, basically similar to my age, still here. Still got both my parents. We've lost a few aunts and uncles and what have you, but we really have. Uh, it's almost like I've always had guardian angels looking over me. Can't help it. That's just the way it is. I'm sure there's a song out there that, well, I don't remember all the words to it, but saying something about your prayers finally, prayers got through. Hey, when I was a youngin', I was wild. And I have no doubt that my mom and daddy prayed over me. And God listened. So, Mama recently has fell and broke her hip, Southern Hunter. And so she's in the hospital as we speak. I was up there a little bit earlier today. We did run a few errands.
I hope she gets home soon. I hope that she gets home soon. And like I said, all I can do is, say how much I care, and, that
Well, I
other
appreciate
people do
that.
care, and,
Oh yeah.
before I leave, again, I'm gonna jump off. I don't want to stay up too long because I'm getting pretty tired. But
Okay.
again,
Well, hopefully you get some
thank you
rest.
for allowing me to drop that. If you don't mind, I'm gonna drop my channel, and
That's fine.
if you don't mind, I'm gonna
And
drop that again if you don't care.
I'm fine. In fact, I'll throw this up here as well. In case somebody wants to drop their link, they can go through and type 29 in the chat, and it will drop your link. The
Well,
thank you for
thank
coming
you
up,
very much,
Todd.
Gary. Yeah, and I'll definitely come and see you again.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I
Got a
appreciate
lot of
Jeff for
wonderful.
introducing me to you. Oh, and
And
Mikey just walked by. He said, "Thank you, Gary."
hey, Mikey. Hopefully you'll have a good night as
But
well.
the next time I come up, I'll show you his new gloves.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
He's pretty excited about them.
Mama said, "Thank God for giving us a wonderful family who all chip in and give up lots of their time to take care of us old parents." Hey, we're the ones that's
We
blessed.
love you, Mama Ann. We
Hey,
love you,
Silent.
Mama Ann, and we're thinking of you. All right, Gary, you have a great night, brother.
All right, you too. Of course, you are
All right,
welcome
see you
here,
next time.
Silent Forgotten. That's okay. It's, everybody. Let me make you a mod here as well. And thank you for coming in. And we've got Mama's actually in the chat tonight. She's up at the hospital. Hopefully, she will find her time on entertaining. Hopefully, take a little bit of mind off of her what's going on. She's going to have to go through rehab, and she's got to decide. We got a few decisions to make up on that. And I have made a decision. My parents, they have doctor's appointments fairly often at the VA, and have, my father has his appointments. He's got several physical things that he's dealing with. Mom has her own things that she deals with. Sometimes she has to go to Hattiesburg for appointments, and you just copy and paste. Oh, you can, if you want to drop your link, just type 29 into the chat and it'll drop it. Or you can copy and paste a link and drop it too. Now, typically to do that, you hold down Control and hit C, and then to paste, put the cursor on there, make your thing, and then Control V. And that will do it. Hey, sweetheart. Come here, AJ. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the room. I think y'all may have pooped on here somewhere. I got the dogs running around today, and so here, come here. Here's AJ, and she's a sweet puppy dog. And she was born on December the 2nd. All right, well, you get some sleep, Mama, and get to feeling better. I know it's a little bit of a road for recovery, but I'll be up there tomorrow to see you before I got to go to work. And by the way, I guess I'll find out tomorrow. Do you want me to come up there after I get off of work as well? Because I know Joy's not going to be able to be here tomorrow night. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And Rosemary's on the floor looking because I got AJ in my hand. They're sisters and they spend every day together. So they're Rosemary. They're completely different. They're completely different personalities. So it is a little Boston Terrier. She's a sweetie. This one was born December the 2nd. I got another one over here that was born December the 3rd. They are Nikki's sisters from a different letter. And so all right, you go play with your sister. Maybe you can get Nikki into it. I don't know. Well, anyhow, that's a little bit of what's going on. I am going to be requesting some FMLA time so I can start, pulling my weight when it comes to, hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Come here. Everybody wants to see you too. Come on, baby girl. There you go. This is Rosemary. And she's wanting to get down there with AJ now. Yeah, I know. She wants to play. She's a sweet puppy, though. They both are. Good night, Todd. Thank you for coming in. And we do have, maybe I can get the other one up here at the same time. Nope. Come here. Why do you come over here if you don't want me to pick you up? I keep reaching for her. Come here. There we go. There's both of them. Yes, they're sisters. This one right here is Rosemary, and this one right here is AJ. And they're we didn't want them to be going through, how dogs have a little bit of a period of trying to get accustomed to being in a new place. So we got 2 puppies instead of just 1. And they are the sisters of Nikki. A lot of y'all are familiar with Nikki. Nikki is, all right, I'll let y'all down to play. Y'all obviously not interested in sitting up here with me. Y'all don't get into anything you're not supposed to, though. And hey, Silent, do you ever do live streams? If you do, I should have. Oh, I didn't paste it. I should have a link where you can go. Let me paste that at the top. Let me pin it at the top. There is a link pinned at the top if anybody wants to come up, and they are welcome to. This particular channel, I've got 5 channels, and I kind of have goals on all of them at different times, and just try to do a little bit here and a little bit there. You have a good evil puppy. Sometimes Devil Dog, D-Dog, 2856. Always a pleasure to see you, sir. I think on this channel you can type USMC, and I think it will drop your link. Let me see. I don't know if it will or not. Yeah, I did set that up on my pages. I'm very pro-military. At the moment, my channel is relatively new, so maybe in the future, that's fine. But if you want, you can come up here, just like we had Todd come up and kept his thing up. You don't see them, but you can talk. That way, if you want to. I'm not being pushy or anything. And y'all make sure, by the way, D-Dog, Devil Dog 2856, and that is not the same. That is not Eddie, Joanne. That's another friend that was in the Marine Corps. It is a Marine. After all, once a Marine, always a Marine. But hey, I like your persistence, though. Eddie's. I don't have any doubt Eddie's asleep. He was, he woke up yesterday. Actually Friday morning sometime, went to a military cook-off. Well, you can type Army in the chat and it'll drop your link as well. All right, that's cool. You're welcome anytime. But you can type Army in the chat and it should be able to drop your link as well. For that matter, you can type Navy or USAF. If it should drop your link either way. My parents, Mama and Daddy, both met in the Army, and so they quit chewing on the thing. I know you're chewing on my chair. They just playing. They're kids, puppies. Puppies do what puppies do. Well, that's okay. Come here. The puppies are gonna do what puppies are gonna do. This is Rosemary. This one was born on December the 3rd. So, weren't you, baby girl? Now, Now the other one's chewing on my chair. Anyhow, thank you for all your service who are police officers or have served. I am actually a current police officer, but I work at a military, not a military, I work at a mental institution. Um, I've given a few tickets, but not many. Um, that reminds me, somebody today seemed to think I was having stolen valor for acting like I was a police officer. Well, I am a police officer, went through the police academy. I am on state board of standards, something in standards. I got my certificate. Hey, good to see you, Drunken Chef. Always a pleasure. But, for that matter, you have people that do different jobs as police officers, and that's what they do. Sharon, I know Quint Nelson is somebody y'all ought to get to know if you don't know him. He served in the Air Force and retired from law enforcement after 33 years. I've seen the video. I wish I could find it again. I was wanting to use a little bit of that footage, maybe make some kind of a thing for you, Quint. I have to see if I can find that again. I'm gonna let you down so you can go play, with AJ and Nikki if you want. Quint is a good man. He really is. From Canada, veterans or police officers, etc. Hey, I understand. That reminds me, I got something you might like. Let me see if I can find it. I got all sorts of things around here. All right. This is a challenge coin. Let's see if I can get it to where a Royal Canadian, well, let me read it to you. Royal Canadian Regiment Pro Patria. And this is a challenge coin that was sent to me by a friend that is in Canada. I don't know if I can actually get this thing out of here. It might record a little bit better. There we go. This is a challenge coin. Challenge coins was sheriff in 3 years in Lima, Ohio. Oh, cool. This is a challenge coin, the Royal Canadian Regiment Pro Patria. And it's got some stuff there on the back. I don't know if you can read that. I have a hard time reading it with my, with or without my glasses. I think it's a prayer. Anyhow, the fact is that, would y'all stop chewing on my chair? Please. I am a police officer. Most of what thank you, I appreciate that. Most of what we do where I work is labor. What is it? I got to look it up now because I can't think of it. Something in standards. Let's see. I can't even think of the name of it, but yeah, in order, you have to go through police academy. You have to pass several tests. You have to be able to. There is a driving thing. There spend some time on the range and have to prove you're qualified that way. You have to go through so many hours of classroom. You have to pass a physical test in order. I actually scored, I think, a 98 on my PT test. I ran a mile and a half in 11 minutes and 51 seconds, did 84 push-ups in 2 minutes. Of that, they only counted 74. It doesn't matter because 64 was all they gave me credit for because 64 at my age group was 100. And you can't score more than 100 on the test. So, that's okay. Your iPhone aggravates you, Joanne. I understand. Anyhow, I did the shuttle run in, I think it was 15.7 seconds or something like that. Anyhow, I graduated 10th in my class. 10th out of 48, not too bad. Anyhow, the I'm a certified police officer, but this person, for whatever reason, felt like I was a security guard. Yeah, Quint is a brother in blood. That's how I connected with him, when several years ago. But I will tell you this, that it is true. We don't do a lot of law enforcement there. We have made a few arrests, and I've only given out a handful of tickets. Um, hey, most of the people there don't make a lot of money, so I'd rather them just change behavior. And even then, it's for little things like rolling through a stop sign. They don't get arrested for that. But I ain't really here to talk about work. I don't really discuss a lot of that. But because of the fact that somebody said today was talking about stolen valor, I figure it was at least worth addressing. In fact, on my channel, I did a video about impersonating an officer, and if I was holding myself out to be an officer, that would be, and I wasn't, that would be subject to, I guess, if I tried to gain something from it, because technically, well, if you act as an officer, well, thank you, Joanne, I appreciate that. I don't feel worthy of that though. I mean, I'm just a normal person. I talk a lot, and I am inquisitive. I like being up here on camera, I guess. Although I'd rather have somebody else up here with me. Now, y'all stop chewing on my chair. They just look, yeah, she'll go puppy. I thank you. Hey, Joanna, I love you to death. You're just always very supportive. You're good people, and I'm thankful to know you. I'm blessed. Like I said, I've led a blessed life. I don't really know what to talk about. We could talk, I guess, a little bit about YouTubing. I know that several people in here are primarily supporters, but I'm sure we have some content creators as well. And I always encourage people. Hey, Stinky in, how you doing? I tell you what, let's police work fascinating. I enjoy watching a lot of those videos on cold cases and that type of thing. And hang on a second. Let's get over here. And Chief BC Gaming. Oh, I'm way behind in the chat on that right there. Yeah, that shouldn't be any problem. Let's see. All right. Tell you what, let me go through and I will also go through and share your channel. Yeah, my daddy's into genealogy, and that's why he's done a lot of stuff with our family, and since this is I don't remember seeing Stinky in here, but there are. I don't really know that much about the channel at the moment, but I will go through and I'll subscribe. I'll have to make it a point to check you out later, and I'm gonna go through and copy the link, and I'll put it in here. Well, there's a lot of truth to that. However, a lot of people don't. This is a girl. This is Rosemary, and she's the first one we decided to buy. But when we went over to Devil Dogs, the other Devil Dogs started putting the other puppies in Tammy's lap, and of course, you fall in love with these puppies, and we just had to get another. So she's a. I'm going to be doing more videos of I'm going to be doing more videos of the puppies, but I'm waiting until they get their finish getting their stock shots so they can go outside and they don't have to worry about parvo. So right now they're kept inside. Hey, Busby, good to see you, brother. I think that, you know, I actually work for a police department, but it is at a mental institution, and most of what we do is really more protecting. You know, we do check villains, that type of thing. But hey, Roadhog, and we do go through and occasionally we have to make an arrest. Thankfully, it's not too often. Mostly we deal with employees and patients, occasionally visitors. But for the most part, most what we do is you know, it's not like a regular city. Now, I do have a couple other officers that I work with that, you know, work for other police departments as well. I could, but I have no desire, you know, for that much more work. I'd rather spend my time on YouTube, hanging out with people. And truthfully, the reason why I like YouTube is the social aspect of it. There's a lot of good people on here to talk to and hang out with, converse with, and sometimes I get to help some folks. And I'm hoping that Stinky P or Stinky N gets, and they, Stinky N has had a channel since 2016. So they've got over 20,000 views and 77 subscribers. So it looks like they've gained 3 subscribers tonight. Police are having a difficult time right now. That llama and goat stories had me almost falling off. Well, there's a lot of funny stuff going on. And hey, I'll tell you this, Silent Forgotten. Oh, by the way, you may or may not. Let me think of. There's another channel that comes around from time to time that talks a lot about, you know, fallen or fallen. I believe it's military, and that is, you know, good reason to be concerned. Because no, don't get in there. Am I going to have to pick you up again? Now she's trying to get into the trash. Hey, Daniel Barrett, Sports Highlights. Pleasure to see you. The puppies are going to be puppies. I just, you know, yeah, I probably shouldn't have them out, but I've had them in the corral for so long today. You know, can't watch everything. That's right. You really can't watch everything. But I do try to support everybody I can. I'm going to try and sleep. Hey, thank you for coming in, Black Weather Channel. By the way, she's got some sleep streams. If anybody's, you know, needing help sleep, going over to the Black Weather Channel. If you would type a 29 in channel, and so people can find your channel. And well, they should be able to just, you know, click on you, go to the 3 dots, go to channel. Let's see, just saw somebody Ellsworth. What's going on? How's Lacey doing? Got a new puppy up tonight. Well, it's not Nikki. She's running around here somewhere, but I think she's probably taking a nap right now. But she don't need, you know, she don't need anything in particular just to go to sleep. You know, dogs spend about 15 hours a day asleep. She ain't no different. She ought to see her get that butt wagging though when we come in. It's cute. And this one is just so. She's actually warming up a lot. She's been a little indifferent, but the other one has always been more come right up to you. But lately, this one's been sweet, ain't you, baby girl? She's about to go close her eyes right now. But I do too, and I look forward to, you know, what that reminds me. I don't have a clue how that channel is doing. I haven't done much with it lately. Spends 20 hours a day sleeping. That's a lot of hours sleeping. I tell you what we could do. Just thinking, I did put a couple I did put a couple of videos public earlier today on this channel, on the Cute Critters channel, and so I'll share that if y'all want to see it. Had a busy weekend. Oh, I have too. I totally understand where you're coming from. This channel has been almost, well, got up to around 1,300. That's not a whole lot of views though. Top one's about 400, 5, 6. Okay, so I've got 6 videos over 400 views. That's okay. It's no big deal either way. It has, in the last 28 days, this channel has had 65.7 thousand views. And it's had as many as, I don't know, 200,000. We just passed 1 million views with it not too long ago. But I'll be doing more videos on them once they get eligible for once they get to where they can go outside. They've had all their parvo shots. I ain't gonna risk them, catching parvo. So a shot or two. I'll get my green going, and Gary is grabbing a shot or two. Cool. Hey, troublemaker. Good to see you. And Roadkill Gaming Glory. Pleasure to see you. We're just hanging out. Spend a little time with my puppies. They're trying hard to stay awake. Out to where, oh no, I'm not going to. They're strictly inside dogs till they get their shots. This week we'll be busy doing a fundraiser for a friend's family that lost 4 kids and a father in a bad house fire. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Feel free if you've got a something scheduled for that. Feel free to put that in the chat, Ellsworth. That's so cool. One of your shorts has 29 views. I pay attention to that. Sometimes I'll go into, hey, Brett Glassow, good to see you. Sometimes I have been known to go into a live stream just because the fact it had 28 people in there and I would be the 29th. And there are others I hopped into that had 29 just because, well, after all, it seems like it was just foretold or something. That is very sad. Oh, by the way, Ellsworth, I don't think you were here when I was talking about it. It's not as bad as losing a father and 4 children, but my mother did fall and broke her hip, so now she's in the hospital. It looks like you feel sleepy. Doug and Becky on the moon. By the way, y'all make sure everybody in here, I think, is a mod. Make sure you check out some of these other channels. Don't let the opportunity go by without it. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. Brett shared the stream. And y'all make sure y'all check out Brett and everybody. There ain't no bad people in here. So ain't a single one of them a troll. Yeah, I'll be glad to help out when is that going to be at Ellsworth? Quit chewing on the chair. Thank you. I've helped with a few fundraisers. To be honest with you, I kind of stopped because it was almost all I was doing. We did raise some money to help some folks adopt a child. We helped raise some money to get somebody a computer that was helping a lot of other folks. Well, y'all know Devil Dog. We helped. Okay, well, come here. You'll come up. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see if I can grab you at the same time I'm holding this. There we go. Whoa, she jumped down. I guess she wasn't. Hang on. Come here, baby. Come here. I guess you don't want to come up now. This is AJ. I guess AJ was just getting jealous because I was spending so much time holding Rosemary. So, not my thing, but we'll post videos to show. Well, thank you. Hey, not everybody's thing. In fact, some people, it's not their thing till it is their thing. I've got a couple of friends that never had any content until they finally decided they wanted to. It's not hard to do. Hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And that's just God's honest truth. All right, come here, hop down, and I can pick you up. Come here. There we go. All right, a little tough holding two puppies, but what are you doing? AJ is usually one that likes to play. Yeah, these are two of the puppies. This is AJ. This is not Nikki. She looks very similar though, and this is Rosemary. This is a lot smaller, by about 4 pounds at least. And then this one right here, she was born on December the 2nd. This one was born December the 3rd. Dog on the loose. That's right. They have, and I'm gonna get more video of them once I can let them outside. The house just seems dirty always, so especially with the puppies tearing everything up. But 7 new subscribers, awesome. What's the matter, AJ? She looks sad. Probably because she's not in bed relaxed. Well, now she's laying down. And so I guess they'll both fall asleep here on my lap. That's okay. I'm going to pull up a little bit so I can actually get. That's true. Not everybody wants to make content. And there's no problem if they don't. Some folks are just supporters, and that's fine. I think everybody started off as a supporter, though. Oh, MK. MK Show TV Love 3X. I've known her for a pretty good while. She's good, when she's on, usually my buddy Bruce is on. Bruce is over at Shooting Star, Mississippi, and a lot of times they'll put MK, if you would type 29 in the chat so they can, folks can get to connect with your channel. Don't have anything on my channel either, but once I figure out how to live stream and run a channel, I'll be doing outdoors thing, hunting, fishing. I tell you what, Southern Hunter, come on up. We'll get your first live stream under your belt right now. I'll walk you through it. I will walk you through it right now. Just come on up. You ain't got to show your picture or anything. That'd be okay. Let's see. MK, you're welcome to come up too if you want. I'm gonna have to set these puppies down. I'm having to keep my legs together so that AJ don't fall through, and I can't type when I'm, coming. Once the weather gets better. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think you were on. Sweetheart, I'm gonna set you down, okay? Y'all go find a soft spot. Let me go put them down in my chair. It'll be soft enough for them. Signa's not okay. That's okay. Hang on, I'm gonna set these down. Let them take a nap in my chair. Here we go. Good buttons. Now just go to sleep. Hey, where is Nate? Nikki. Oh, that time you took Nikki to bed with us. That's the only thing I can guess because I don't see Nikki. I do not see her at the moment. But Let's see. That's right. We did have that issue with you. Hey, if I can help anybody learn how to live stream, I'm more than happy to do so. It's fun to do. Sorry, I stepped in something and I'm having to deal with it right now. The puppies ain't house trained and they can't go outside just yet. I ain't gonna go into a whole lot of detail because I think y'all already know the issue I'm going through right now. But that's okay. Don't mind. Well, you know, you don't have to show your face. Mother Nature's not. Hey, I'm 59, but you know, you don't have to show your face. You can come up and have, hey, Jack Hammered, called the police. Yeah, just me, as far as I know. And we just having a little bit of fun around here. Tell you what, let's go right there. And Jack has some videos on his stuff. Hey, I tell you what, let's go check out Jack's channel. This is Jack Hammered. And cool name. 9,000.28. Oh man, I wonder if we can get him 9.29. I don't know where he's at, but 29 on that would be perfect. Oh, that's a cool little scooter there too. The that is Jack Hammered. That is their channel, so check them out. I'm about to subscribe to them myself. And let's see how long well, I don't know how long has he been doing this. He's been on since 2020. Hey, he's grown a lot faster than I have. 1,600 videos. That's very cool. And got pizza. Let's see what his most popular video is. Pizza dough. All right, let's check out his shorts. All right. Popular. 379,000. Metallica. Master of Puppets. That is cool. That's it. You know, a lot more than I got. 240,000 views on that. 226,000 there. You just seem to be rocking with those, brother. Oh, since 2007. Well, obviously, it didn't give me accurate information. And oh, from Australia. Very cool. That is pretty neat. Cheers, brother. Good day. That's how you say it over yonder in Australia. Good day. It's like Gday. Good day. You know, you may know my buddy Radio Jonesy or LC. But I'm telling y'all, the way, you know, really to go through and do at least for a small channel, you can get monetized by just going through and you know, going on to places like right here. Make sure you put some videos up, and the longer you do it, the better you're gonna get. This is a knife. That's right. Hey, I watched Crocodile Dundee. I saw it. He was lurking earlier tonight. I think on my other live stream, I did run a live stream on Belt Loop 29, and then I came through, and I think he's been working a lot at his job, and been monetized a lot of years, but between monetized twice, been monetized twice. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I've got one channel that's monetized, and I'm working on getting this one monetized. That's why I'm doing live streams on it. And I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, Southern Hunter. You know, at some point maybe we'll be able to get. By the way, Jack, would you like to come up here on panel? The link is there at the top. Oh, you linked your two demonetized. hey, it happens. You know, fact is, they even took down, believe it or not, they took down my a live stream I was running on this channel at one point because I showed my buddy Jeff over at Southwest Jeff CP, and I was excited about a new album that he got, and so he showed the album he had picked up that day, and it happened to be from your country, I think. Isn't that where the AC, followed by DC comes from? I believe it is. Angus and them, but he showed that album cover, and 5 minutes later, bam, we were off air. Not a single person watching because they cut off the video. Black CD from Metallica. I don't know. I don't know one album from another on that. I like rock and roll. I like Metallica.
Here.
Yeah, babe.
What's Mickey in here?
I guess she came in there at some point, and somehow I thought you had taken her. To be honest with you. Okay. Since you're up, do we have any tea? Would you mind getting me some tea?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to deal with that in a few minutes. I actually stepped in it, so.
I can tell.
All right, well, come on up, Jackhammer. I got a glass here. This is Bucky's glass. Anyhow, it's all right. Just click on the link. Yeah, I like Bucky's. If you've never been to a Bucky's, you're in for a treat. They got like 240 gas pumps or something like that. Hey, Nikki, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I didn't know you were in there. I don't know how she got in there. I must have gone in for something. And she followed and just didn't come back. Sometimes she gets distracted when she gets in there. So, hey, 12th man off grid, Alaska. Good to see you. We're just chilling, conversating. But I think that I'm looking forward to see Jack Hammered up here. There are a couple things out of full disclosure. We try to keep it G-rated just because my mama sometimes watch, although I think she's already come in and gone for the night. She's in the hospital at the moment, recovering from a broken hip. Had to have surgery. They did a half hip replacement. Hey, Leon Life, good to see you, brother. How many times can a certain person say Bucky's while not showing the store in a video? Well, I could show you. I've got videos on it. I guess I could show you them. You live in Texas? Troublemaker, do you live anywhere close to Houston? It seems like I've asked that before, and I think you were closer to Dallas, but I could be way off. Thank you. I appreciate that. The fact is that my buddy Devil Dog lives down in Dayton, Texas, and he's we have a meeting down there. Thank you, babe.
Did you eat?
Yeah, I ate some of those jalapeno poppers.
You didn't eat what I cooked.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was before you or after. I don't remember, babe. That was before. I didn't remember. I'm sorry. I will eat some of what you cook tomorrow. I swear I will. The Tammy cooked tonight, and I was on live stream at the time. So, 3 hours from Houston, close to 5A. Okay, or SA, South America. Okay, cool. We have a meeting over there in Huffman, Texas. I was talking about the first time you visited Bucky's. Oh yeah, I did a video then, and that was man. I got lost in the bathroom. Them things so big. I took a wrong turn, and it went into a dead end or something. Hey, San Antonio. Oh, okay. That's where Simon lives over at Yes I Can Barbecue. He's a buddy of mine too. He's gonna be coming next year. Maybe y'all could ride together something. Although I think he flew in this time. And need to eat your friend. I try not to eat people.
Meat.
Well, that's yeah, but he put eat. He probably meant meat. I love to meet him, Leon. Hey, Elliot, can't sleep. I could not find my string. Okay, well, I can hang for a few. Hey, you're welcome to anytime. Right now, my wife has gotten up. She's on call this week, and so uh, she's up and about. I don't know if she got a call. Nope, apparently she didn't get a call. So she has to do things with her work. Hey, Stinky in. Good to see you again. I'm sorry, I'm pretty poor at this, but I do like getting up here talking. It's a little hard when you're up here by your lonesome, though. And come here, Nikki. Come here. There we go. This is Nikki Nicole, and she is a sweetie. Okay, I'm gonna get you something. Hang on. Thank you. There we go. 12th man off grid, Alaska.
Sorry about the low light.
That's
in
okay.
Here a little bit.
That's all right. Am I a cop? Yes, I am. I work at a mental institution.
All right on, man. Well, we need more people like you, YouTube police.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I try to help out people, but I don't know how much good it does. Sometimes it helps, I guess. But I am. Go ahead.
Well, they got to do what the text say. Like if you're in a mental institution, you're in charge, right? Then they got to do what you say, more or less.
Well,
right.
I think, yeah. I mean, as long, but see, here's the thing about that. A police officer can give you a lawful order, and you do have to follow it. If he tells you to do something that's illegal, then he obviously can't do that. The fact is that a lot of people think that they don't have to do what a police officer says, but a lot of these things have gone through the Supreme Court.
Isn't that's pretty much in the big cities, though, right, my friend? I mean, you get in some of these smaller redneck towns, and you're gonna do what the police officer says, hands down.
I think you're right. I think typically you find more people that are respect the law in small towns. I think usually in your large.
That's a nice looking dog, by the way.
Thank you.
Right there, YouTube. Can I ask you what your real name is? I mean, my name is Jeremy.
My baby brother's name was Jeremy before he passed away. My name is Gary.
Oh, Gary. Well, it's an honor to meet you again, Gary. I think you're really good people, man. And if you really work in a mental institution, I mean,
I do.
That to me, I'd rather have that job than like be a guard in a miserable prison. Because you know what I always told. Because I've been in prison a couple of times. I'll be honest with you, Gary.
Okay.
And I told those guards. I always told those guards. I said, you know what? I get to go home one day, and you're gonna still be stuck here.
That's true. Well, I'll tell you a few things. The fact is, I was 50 years old when I went through the police academy. I had an entire life before I went, and I actually took a cut in pay to come, work at as a police officer. I thought at the time that could make a difference, or make a difference in somebody's life. I didn't see the point in selling televisions and refrigerators as being very meaningful. And so now I probably made as much or maybe even a little bit more through working overtime, but I went from working 40 to 48 hours to working about 80 hours a week. And so,
well, it seems to me you spent your life serving your community, Gary. You know what I'm saying?
well,
That's what it looks like to me. You know?
yeah, I mean, I feel like I've served the folks up there. I used to feel like I was making more of a difference before I got promoted. I'm a supervisor, and actually, the B shift is my shift. I'm the highest ranking officer there at that time. So these days, most of what I do is just dispatch, answer the phones, hand out details, hand out jobs for different people on the shift. But
Well, I hope they're paying you for all that.
they do. In fact, I'm probably making more money than I ever have in my life. It's with the rank and the years. I've got almost 10 years in up there. Hey, Jack, good to see you. Yeah, go take your nap, brother. And yes, I am working on watch hours. I'm not far from. By the way, you can type 29 in this chat, and it will drop your link. So Phil, nobody needs to be shy about that. We try to build a stronger community, and we're always inviting new people in, and I'm always going to different live streams to try and help bring new folks into the community. But yeah, I used to be able to go around to the different buildings. 29.01. No, it's just 29. I used to go around the buildings, and in the middle of the summer, I'd do something stupid like sing Christmas carols. And when I was as a trainee,
Well, there ain't nothing. What's stupid about singing Christmas carols? Nothing.
well, that was around July, August, September. And most people in there would laugh and enjoy singing along with me. But every now and then, you got some folks that you'd have some folks that go. Always have one person that that we go through. And
Yeah.
Jack,
G'day everyone. Gary, Jeremy, everyone in the chat.
good to
How's
have
it
you.
going?
How's everyone doing there? Thanks for
This is the police of YouTube over here. Over that way.
He's not the
YouTube police.
We have Joe on here for Joe out of Georgia. I think he was a lieutenant out of Atlanta, Georgia, but he retired. I think it was nearly 2 years ago now. The YouTuber. How you doing, Gary?
Cool. I am a lieutenant where I'm at. And I've considered going to work for other police departments in the state, in particular the one where I live, because I work about 10 miles from here where I live.
Okay.
And but the trouble is, if I went right now, we just got like a huge raise back in 2022. And so I'm working on retirement. I'm 59 years old. I've got, probably 5 more years before I can retire. And then if I left right now to go to work for another agency, I'd have to take a cut in pay. I'd lose, my rank. I'd lose, the benefit of working for the, right now I've got job security. I'd have to give that up. there's a lot of reasons. I'm still thinking of taking a year or two at the end and just go work for like the Florence Police Department. But as it is, it just doesn't make sense to leave right now. And so think of, it's supposed to be about what?
Well,
Oh, I don't
well,
know.
Gary, you got to do what your heart tells you, and you know the path you want to take. I can tell you're a very confident person, and you'll make the right decision.
I appreciate that. Jack, you want to tell me? I am curious about. You said you've been demonetized twice.
Yeah.
How many, and you've combined two channels into. Is
Well,
that right?
Yeah, when I started, I've got a guitar channel as well, and I've been through this so many times on different streams and everything like that. Yeah, I've been on here 16 years or whatever it's been now,
Yeah.
and I had a bigger channel back in them days, and a lot of views and everything like that, and I had to delete well over 600 videos because of copyrights, and cut a long story short, I had a video that I did, a Pink Floyd one. It was, I think, it was coming up to around 8 million views,
Wow.
and I can understand the original record label or owners, Pink Floyd, getting a copyright, but they let me share revenue, so
Mhm.
I was actually making a bit of money off that video.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I had another 18 people copyright it. Now, back in 2017 when YouTube changed all their policies and stuff, a lot of friends that I know left because they saw what the changes were and they didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can understand to this day they're getting worse and worse now. There's another feature that they did an update a couple of days ago, and there's another feature when you upload a normal video, you've got to say yes or no to some garbage, whether it's about someone or blah blah blah, whatever. So that's a new feature as well that they just brought in. But I spoke to a few people back then. I was umming and ahhing whether to pull the pin because I didn't want people just sitting there making money off my videos, because that video was, I was getting a little bit of money out of that video. So it was, and recording guitar doesn't take 5 minutes. Hey, Bruce, that's where I met you, YouTube Police, by the way, Shooting Star stream.
Okay. Excellent.
So I actually sent him here. He's down there in the chat. Hey, Bruce, MK.
Bruce, I think I've got about 5 years.
It's way
And,
behind you.
Well-
Don't worry about that. You're finished, mate. It's all over.
Well, there's two things you can't depend on, and that's the government or social media for an income of any kind, because they can cut it off when they want. You know what I mean? And
Oh,
then
yeah.
there goes your Social Security and everything. You be in the fucking. Or sorry about that, Gary. You be
All
in the bucket. I didn't mean to use the F word, but
that's
I-
okay with you. We
I
kinda
am
want-
kind of
I know.
kind of rowdy like that.
That's all right. I
Been on the
understand.
fuel there, mate.
How did I get the job? Or I became, well, I'll tell you, Stinky N. I was in sales for about 30 years. I was a sales manager for a company by the name of, Cowboy Maloney's up here. But back in 1993, I got a degree in criminal justice from the University of Southern Mississippi. I never used my degree, and truthfully, I was planning on going to law school, but I was tired of being in school, so I had the hours, so I just went ahead and Just went ahead and said, hey, let me go ahead and graduate. I filled out my application for degree. I was actually late in doing it. And so thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it. Yeah, Bruce lived about 20 minutes from me. So, you know, he lives down.
Yeah,
he lives.
so
Wow.
you live down in Florence, Texas, so
Florence, Mississippi.
Florence, are y'all having to deal with this illegal immigrant problem in Mississippi?
It's a good question, but I honestly don't know. I don't really listen to the news, and I hadn't for about 20, for the last 20 years or so. And the reason for it is because typically the news always seems like bad news. I do kind of get inundated a little bit with it. I always hear different things. I do know for a fact that there have been 6 officers here in the county, in Rankin County, which is where I'm at, that have just recently been sentenced anywhere from 10 to 40 years because they were abusing prisoners.
Police officers?
Yeah.
What were they doing? What were they doing, Gary? Damn. That's pretty serious.
Yeah, it is. They were actually torturing prisoners. So, not a good thing at all. And so for me,
were they black? Were they black or white, or did it matter to them?
Well, they got convicted of torturing 2 black officers or 2 black inmates, prisoners.
Yes,
All I know about it is how many, and I do know, the sentences. I think one of them was 10 years. Maybe 2 of them were 17 years. One was 20 and one was 40. That's all I can remember at the moment on it. I don't usually talk politics on here just because the fact that it usually politics and religion are 2 things I don't typically discuss because they're used to divide. And I would rather
Gary, you know what that flag behind me is, right? That's the Mississippi State battle flag right there.
Well, I do recognize it as the Stars and Bars, and I don't think they ever should have changed the thing. But that was because what that flag means to me is different than what it means to other people.
Yeah, that's true.
They didn't see it the way I see it, and sometimes I have to just go with what other people, my voice can't be the only voice. So I understand what you're saying. And I'm, to me, I've had a dozen of my family ancestors fought in the Civil War. Some of them for the South, some of them for the North.
Yeah.
I've had half a dozen fought in the American Revolution. So, my daddy's done the research and he's looked all the way back. I'm proud to be Southern. That flag to me
too,
represents history, represents now some of it good, some of it bad. But the fact is that's, pride in where you come from. And so I get that.
I was born in Cut and Shoot, Texas, Gary.
That's
Imagine
awesome.
being a barn named in a town named Cut and Shoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am a strong believer in the Second Amendment. Anyhow, Jack, is most of yours about music, or I'm sorry, I apologize for my ignorance.
Yeah, that's okay. All good, mate. So I decided to pull the pin on that channel after so many years because I didn't want to keep running a channel. I didn't want to keep running a channel that other people are going to make money off it.
You had 8 million viewers, Jack. Is that right?
No, I had close. I was coming up to 8 million views on one video. That was my highest hitting video. I think my second highest hitting was 500 and something. That was a
That's pretty good. 500.
cover. So I ended up pulling the pin and had a rest for about. But I had my other channels. This was a backup channel. This channel that I've got, and I've got my other.
Yeah.
I've had for the same sort of period. So I had this as a backup. So I started doing on this channel a couple of years ago, whatever it was, 3 years, 4 years, I can't remember. I just started doing food videos and stuff.
I see that.
A lot of shorts. When the shorts came in, I started doing. Now I just do shorts mainly, and some vlogs, some recipes. I'm a retired chef, so. But what I cook at home is totally different than what you do in a restaurant.
Right. By the way, 12th man, you are still here, but I just got it set to where they can hear you. They just can't. They don't see avatars. So when you shut off the camera, they can still hear you. Just I don't show avatars for whatever reason.
Well, since this is a G-rated show, I don't want to show it on here if I'm smoking or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's okay with me if you smoke. Fact is, I'm dipping, so but yeah, I see there are a lot of cooking videos on there.
So I just started doing, sick or tired of editing. I did editing for so many years on my other channel.
Mm-hmm.
I still upload on my other channel. I kept the account, but all the videos were gone, so I did re-uploads and all that. So I didn't really care about monetization or anything like that. This channel got monetized nearly 2 years ago, I think, and then I got demonetized, and then I got demonetized recently again. So, it comes down to copyrights and all this garbage that YouTube is. Their policies at the moment is completely out of control. So I said stuff that I'm not going to worry about monetization. I don't need the money, so I just thought.
Jack, I don't mean to interrupt you, but they shut that one streamer that was down there on the southern border, exposing how all these people from all over the world are just walking into our country, and they completely shut him down. He's still on Twitch, you know what I mean? But his money maker was YouTube, and YouTube decided that they didn't want to show the truth anymore. And
there are some subjects that I look at it like this: every one of the social media companies is out of what you consider a big blue city. I think most all of them are from California, and everybody knows that California typically is very left leaning.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
They got rid of all the Truther channels. They deleted all their channels.
Yeah. Well,
there's only a couple of big ones that are still around, but to me they're paid opposition, so they'll keep them around. But yeah, there's the man himself. See, there he is.
At least it's not Canada. They passed a law under Justin Trudeau in Canada that says they will lock people up for life for certain speech, life in prison just for saying what you think. You know what I mean? Think about that. Life in prison, man.
I do that, I'll get in trouble.
Well, I'm glad I don't live in Canada. I'm glad. It sounds like you might be in the UK, Jack. Is that accurate? Fair assessment?
What?
Are you?
Does it look like I've got a peg on my nose?
He's probably Australian. I thought, yeah,
No,
Jack's Australian. I could
I'm
tell.
sorry, my
That's
bad.
right.
I can't always distinguish between accents.
Yeah.
But good day. That's right.
G'day. We throw half a cow on a barbie. We don't throw shrimps on here. That's all a myth.
He's a bloody bloke. He's a bloody bloke. God dang it.
Bloody bloke. Eh?
Bloody.
Hey, Bruce.
How you doing, Jack?
How you doing?
How was that?
How's it going, Bruce?
I just kind of tired. I just got back from Texas.
How was your trip?
Oh, yeah.
How's your sister's going? All right.
Pardon?
What's going on down there, Bruce, in Texas?
Well, I got 3 sisters that live there.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
How are your
So,
sisters?
Oh, they're doing fine. It was good to see them all again.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we.
There you are, going to see your 3 sisters. When my mother passed away, I got away from all my family.
I call my mama every day. You know, she had me when I was 16 years old. So, you know, we're both kind of the same age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Oh, I understand. The fact is, my baby brother was born in 1980 and me in 64, so we were 16 years apart. But that was a brother, you know, as opposed to a parent. And I'm still fortunate enough to have my parents around. And I try to call. I saw Mama today. Of course, she's in the hospital with a broken hip, and so.
Sorry to hear that, Gary.
Well, I am too, but she's a strong woman. She'll get there.
I had 3 uncles serve in Vietnam, and then like my dad signed up too, but it was like 1971, so they were winding all the Vietnam War down, and
Yeah.
then my dad got a job as a surveyor, and my mom worked at Dunkin' Donuts. And they bought a house, and we was having a grand old time in Tacoma, Washington back in the day, you know.
Mhm.
I had to travel all over the country because my real dad and my stepdad were both in the military. So they were always yanking me around from post to post. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But at least I got to experience lots of cool stuff. You know?
Yeah.
That's too young there, Silent Forgotten. I lost my dad at 63. I was only young. I think I was 17 when I lost my dad. He died of acute leukemia. And my mother
wow.
away about 6 years ago. She died of a stroke, but she lived for 8 months trying to fight it, but in the end it was no hope. No rehabilitation for older people when they get a major stroke.
Sorry about your mom, mate. But sorry about your mom, mate. But I was wondering. You said she lived 8 months after her stroke, so
yeah,
she lived for 8 more months.
She fought for 8 months after the stroke. Yes, but you know, when you're 86 years old, it's there's no rehabilitation. You know.
Yeah, my Grammy lived to be 98 years old. My grandma.
it's a good life.
Well, at the moment, my grandmother's 81. She'll be 82 at the end of near the end of the year. We're doing all right. After all, you really don't have any options. You just kind of keep pushing forward. That's all you can do. Regardless. In fact, Jason Aldean, I think it is, has a song called "Good to Go," and whenever I do pass on, I'd like for them to play that at my funeral. It just means that, I think about all the blessings in my life, and I'm thankful that, I'm not trying to leave yet. But if I get called home, I'm good to go. I've had great friends. I've had a great family. Hey, you couldn't ask for any, better friends than some of the ones I've met on here. And
well, I mean, a lot of people like to choose whatever music they want when they pass away. I mean, I don't really care. I don't really care if they play Kumbaya at my funeral. I'm not there, so you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I do want to be buried at the local graveyard here. And I really don't care if it's my ashes or my bones, because I know I'm gonna be past giving a damn by then when that happens. But I think to have accidental death and dismemberment and life insurance is important, so that you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't perish away owing anybody, and then you'll be able to pay for your own funeral and all that, if that's what you want, and just plan ahead, like it's like people say, well, you better have a bug out bag, in case, the crap hits the fan or whatever. And then it's like, man, you just got to plan ahead. That's all, Just got to plan ahead of time for your own, demisement or whatever,
Hey,
Think
Radio,
about it.
brother.
let's see here. I got one more to do. I'm gonna go through and 12th man. I'm dropping everybody's links in here.
What do you need? You need watch hours, Gary, do you?
Well, I'm working on them.
How many watch hours have you got?
I've got 2,700 and let me look.
Are your live streams all in the playlist?
I've got a pretty long master playlist.
I'll play it overnight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. To get the first level of monetization. These days, they say you can do that with 3,000 watch hours, 3 recent uploads, and 500 subscribers. This channel that I have has this particular one is over 1,700, and let's see. Hang on, let me put.
You just have to go for your watch hours, so you've got enough subs.
Yeah, there we go, and I'll take a look now. I try to multitask, but I can't always do that because I'm too scatterbrained. Let's see here. I'm at 2,761, so I need 239. 239 on this one to reach the fan funding level. Obviously 1,239 to hit the other level. And I don't know why.
I'll play you overnight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know why I even bother focusing on it. I don't really care about the money because all my money, my job pays. I guess I'm thinking down the road after I do retire, if I keep working on, I've got 5 channels. And so
all my money, baby, was spilled on Route 66. Oh yeah.
There we go. My other channel, Jack, is actually monetized. It is the Belt Loop 29 channel. But
Oh, you
this one,
bet, Luke. Oh, God,
Yeah,
what an
I'm-
idiot I am. What an idiot I am, Bruce.
no, I mean, sometimes I go in there under YouTube police.
What
But
a goose. When he said he's
My-
20 minutes from Bruce, I thought, hang on a minute.
that is a monetized channel.
Well,
What a goose I am, Bruce. Yeah, well,
re-
when you get this
Really?
channel monetized, when you get this one
Well-
monetized, link them together.
Well, I mean, the other
You
other
link, you
channel,
link them together. That's all you got to do. Go off one account. That's how I did it.
well,
you started another account, Jack? Is that
Nah,
what
you,
did?
the account that you monetize with, you just link this channel to that account.
Mm.
That's the way I did it. So I had two monetized channels. I linked it to one channel, my main channel.
okay.
So you
Well,
got BetLoop, say BetLoop channel, and then when you monetize this one, then you send it over to the BetLoop AdSense
Well, Belt Loop is already,
under one email, which will be your BetLoop one.
I think they're all under one email. I've got 5 channels under one email. I've got,
Well, When you get
Well,
monetized,
Damn.
you have to send, yeah, but when you get monetized, it's the thing. You still got to send it over to that link, to that.
Gary, are you a professional troll?
no.
5 accounts under one email?
Hey, there is content every one of them. I've got Belt Loop 29, Belt Loop 29 Cute Critters, Belt Loop 29 and Food, Belt Loop 29
Oh yeah.
Homestead, and YouTube Police. Every one of them
Why
has.
so many? It doesn't have to
Well-
be a heading. You got to upload here and there. I mean, it does my heading having a couple of channels, but notifications and all that sort of stuff.
I'm glad you asked. I'll
Because
be glad.
it does your heading. It does my heading.
Well, I have.
I've got to put up with Bruce's 20 million notifications on Facebook, for example, like he did before.
In fact,
Right.
me and Bruce,
Dang, Bruce.
Right?
Dang, Bruce. Bruce, you gonna take that?
Tag team as they are. Him and
No,
Sean.
he sets himself up for that.
Oh, mate.
I know Bruce ain't gonna take that.
Belt
Don't
Loop
worry,
29.
Warriors make a good team, Bruce. Don't worry about that. The amount of notifications you've got.
Coming in, Joanne.
Good night, Joanne.
Well, Joanne, it's like I've got about 3 million people on my Facebook, but I haven't.
Well,
When I saw Bruce post a picture of himself, Hannibal Lecter, and that new profile picture of his looks like.
Yeah, I try. Personally, I try not.
Can I finish?
I
Can I
try
finish?
not to.
Can I finish what I was saying?
yeah, please.
So he put up his new profile picture, and he had like 1 million people like his post and everything. His picture. And I said, "I'm glad it's you and not me, mate. You and Sean give me enough." He had about 300 likes on it alone. That's without the comments.
Well,
Yeah,
find
there's a
that-
lot of reactions.
I find that. I find that people are getting too hateful because they're a bunch of keyboard warriors.
that's true.
None of them.
But
You know what I
hang
mean?
on
That's
just a minute.
normal. That's
We're going to
normal.
be shut. We're going to shut down a few minutes, but I do want to mention. I do want to explain why I have so many channels.
Yeah.
At first, it was just Belt Loop 29. That's the account I've had since 2008. I never posted anything on it till 2020. But then I started, and it started off gardening, but I kind of got interested in having fun with it, and I didn't want to stop when the summer ended. So I started doing some other stuff on it. But, you know, you get to watching some of these folks that tell you got to have a niche, right? So I went through and I said, well, I like to cook. So I'll start a cooking animal. I love animals. So I'll put, you know, a cute critters channel. And I'll have a separate one for gardening, which ended up being my homestead. So I started
So
3
you didn't
channels.
want to patch everything together, right?
Right. I was trying to find a specific niche so that I could just use Belt Loop 29 as a kind of a catch-all. And the other ones were designed to have a particular niche. I started YouTube police in order just to talk with other police officers, you know, and I thought it would be fun, but that never really caught on. So I just started treating it as almost a separate and similar.
But police officers don't like to talk online very much.
Well,
And
there's a lot.
I can understand why, because they get dogs and their families get dogs, and
That's
it's
true.
very dangerous.
Did you
But-
know Joe down in Georgia, Gary?
I'm not in Georgia. I mean,
No.
I'm-
But did you know he was at YouTube channel Joe down in Georgia? He was wasn't he a lieutenant, Bruce?
Oh, you're talking about Joe and Jassy?
Yeah, Joe and Jesse down in Georgia.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a lieutenant?
I'm not sure what his rank was, but yeah, he was a
He was
policeman.
right up. Yeah. He would have gone on to
He lives, I think, in Macon, Georgia.
is
Gary.
that the channel name, Joe and Jackie?
Yeah, Joe and Jesse.
Joe and Jassy down in Georgia.
I don't see him anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not
I'm not
sure what
familiar
he's
with
doing. Somebody told me he had gone back to work,
Really?
but I think it's
Oh.
just part time. Yeah.
Or maybe he got bored sitting at home.
Yeah, I think probably more of a boredom thing than anything else. I can
Well,
look it up and see if
He
I
was
can
looking
find it.
forward to his retirement, I'll tell you.
Well, I did not know. I'm not familiar with the channel, but I have run across a few police officers that have
Yeah.
active channels, or their spouses do, and they you know hop on. I know that if you're familiar with Black's Tropical Homestead, that Cherie runs that, but her husband Bobby is a police officer. There is another channel I came across. I'm blanking on it at the moment. That the fellow running it is a police officer. There is another one. I won't mention the name just because of the fact that, you know, it's not common knowledge that her husband is a police officer. But there's a lady I know that her husband runs. Her husband is a police officer. It's actually. Oh, by the way, I know that you know, a friend of mine that I work with, a police officer, Vaughn Homestead, is, you know, well, obviously he is. I got another. I've encouraged a few people that I work with. You know, Blue Cap Cop is a police officer. William Carnegie is the name of his channel. He's a police officer. I know a few, but it just wasn't enough to justify, you know, spending all my, you know, all that time trying to keep it separated. And I tried to, and when I started kind of showing up in different places, a lot of times I'd forget to change the name on my StreamYard, or, you know, wasn't very good at it. There's no doubt I'd never make it in undercover work. I'd screw it up somehow.
Well, I suck at it too, Gary. So I mean,
Well,
that makes two of us.
We just got to keep learning. That's all. With that, I think I'm going to close it out. Anybody's welcome to join the after party if they want. We'll stay on here for a few minutes. Oh, the messenger. Good to see you. Let me go through and give you a mod spot while we're at it. There we go. And, but we are going to shut down just because we've gone, you know, longer than I intended, and I need to spend a few minutes with the puppies, and did 6 years. Oh, wow. That's cool. Oh, by the way, yeah, Quint's a retired police officer. I know a few of them, and Brutal Bob is a retired police officer. We got quite a few. I actually know a bunch of military and a bunch of police officers. They tend to show up here, and I'm thankful for it. All of them great people. All that I know.
I was kind of wanting to get into that citizens militia showing up down there at the border, but I guess we could go into that another day.
We'll have to. It's kind of a topic that borders on pardon the pun, but borders on politics, and we don't really discuss politics or religion up here.
Right.
Hey, Nemus, we're just about to shut down, but I'm working on watch hours here
good.
for YouTube police channel. And by the way, Nemus Maniac, I think I showed y'all. I don't know if I showed y'all. I think I showed y'all my coin that I got from him, the challenge coin. And if I hadn't, I'll show it real quick. And give me just a second. I'm gonna bigify myself. This is a coin I got from Nemus, my friend in Canada.
Okay.
Cool.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's very
And,
nice.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Thank
Beauty,
you.
mate.
And I've got another challenge coin I've just recently obtained that I will show y'all as well. If I can find the right one, I've got one that's already open. So I'm gonna try to find it so I don't have to try to open another one. That's
Very
not
good.
it. I've got a couple of them because I'm gonna be giving one to Devil Dog. I'm gonna be giving one to as well my buddy Jeremiah. And these two are my best buds in the whole world. But this is an FBI Las Vegas Super Bowl coin. You know, FBI was present.
It'd be worth a bit in years to come.
This is on the back of it, Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation. If you're in law enforcement, you can get one of these. And so I happen to be in law enforcement, and my wife ordered it for me. And so, but I was able to
run XSplit.
do what now?
He's asking me what app I'm running.
Oh, okay.
I'm running XSplit. Not that I pay for these. I know there's a watermark there, but yeah, I XSplit whatever and play videos in the background and all that sort of stuff. But you could have a green screen.
You're right, Nemus. I do need to get some kind of a rack for these. Right now, I've just got them in my Dallas Cowboys. I do collect coins, and they're all in here. Some of them, I guess, are valuable. Others are not. Most of them aren't. I got some, pennies from Canada, which they don't make anymore. I've got a lot of different coins.
Do you got any from Canada, from the the convoy? Do you got any from the convoy in Canada?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
But yeah, thank God I'm not a Canadian. I can at least have a gun. Then I don't have to worry about Trudeau coming to lock me up for prison, right?
Yes,
life in prison.
All right, hang on just a second. I know we talked about that a little bit ago. For just saying for the wrong thing. The Outback Jack, yes, the green screen does help, and that's why I've got one up behind me. Although I need to go through and work on some things. Anyhow, thank y'all for coming in. We're going to end it. If you'd like to come up for the after party, you're welcome to. I hate to end it because we got 20 people in here. It's helping my watch out.
That's actually me there, Gary. Outback Jack, that's me.
Oh, okay.
I've got to switch over accounts. So you get another thumbs up. You get 2 thumbs up there while I'm there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do that too. Come on the live stream with a couple different ones and hit the And the fact is, you
Yeah,
know,
I go
people,
on streams and go into my different accounts and give a couple of thumbs up.
yeah,
Depends. If it's Bruce's stream, I give him 2 thumbs down.
That's where those are coming from, huh?
No, jokes in hell, I give 2 thumbs down, my friend.
Well, what a mate you are, Jake. You're not a man. You give Bruce 2 thumbs down.
he's just
He's gonna, come on, man.
Yeah, and then it's blue and then blue background. You'll see if I put my finger on it, it goes away. See? Take it
Yeah.
off. Back.
Yeah.
See?
All right. Well, we're going to end in 3, 2,